First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutations to you, Aki. I'm pushing this word with truth, sincerity, with charity. Presenting your body as a living sacrifice. We who are ready to live salute you. So I just want to go into a quick spiritual rant, you know, and basically about, these people, man, these NPCs, man. We like to call them NPCs over here in Chicago camp, but we talk about the 2/3 of our people, man. Whether they be your family or friends, people you knew, of course, in the past or whatever, and people or children, right? You may even have close ties to, man. But now we're in a time where we got to prepare our mind to let go of this world. As the scripture says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world, man. All right? Scriptures also say that if you be a lover of this world, anyone who loves this world is an enemy of Yahweh Shem Shai. And we don't want to be at enmity with Yahweh Shem Shai, man. So we're in a time where we need to prepare our minds to let go of these people, man. These so-called loved ones, right? Because they're not gonna make it, man. Well, the scripture, the Lord said, I chose you one of a city, two of a family. All right. Okay, so the Lord separated you. If you have this knowledge and wisdom and understanding, Yahweh Shem Shai separated you from the rest, man. All right, and that's what it means to be holy. All right, in and of itself, it means to be holy, man. All right, because these people's thoughts are not on Yahweh Shem Shai, man. We're going down two different paths. As the scripture says, can two walk together except they be agreed, man? But, what did the Lord pray? He said, I pray that you don't take them out of the world, but that you keep them from the evils, man. So, yeah, we're down here with these people, man. But our thoughts, our conversation is in the heavens. Our conduct and our citizenship, where we have our citizenship, is in the heavens, man. All right? And Yahweh Shem Shai is calling us to, as the scripture says, let go of the mortal thoughts, man. Yahweh Shem Shai is calling on us to think like gods, man. Right? These people, they're just a part of the herd, man. As it says in 2nd Ezra, my people are led as a flock to the slaughter. I will no more suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt, man. So your aunties, your uncles, your cousins, your family members, even your children, a lot of them are just part of the herd, man. I was talking to one of my brothers in my camp, one of the eldermen, Kapatazar, we call him Capo affectionately, here in Chicago. We were talking about the movie The Land Before Time, man. It was like a cartoon movie, kind of old, something I watched when I was a shorty, right? And I'm in my mid-40s, you know what I'm saying? So that was an old movie. But I was talking like how all the other dinosaurs, they were just like regular dinosaurs. They were just drawn like regular dinosaurs. But the stars of the show, you had like Littlefoot and these other little characters in the cartoon. They had depth to them. They had a storyline. They had you looked at their features, their eyes were big. They had personality. These were the star characters, and that's what it's like to be the elect. That's what the elect are like. But you had the other dinosaurs who were just a part of the herd, man. The other dinosaurs were just a part of the herd, man. And that's the the 2/3 of our people, man. They're just a part of the herd, man. All right. Lord, when we be the elect, see, we're Yahweh Shem Shai's sheep, man. As the scripture says, my sheep hear my voice, man. Another man will he not hear, man. And spiritually, we have what is called tunnel vision. We have spiritual tunnel vision in this truth. We keeping our eyes, as the scripture says, if thy eye be single, your whole body shall be full of light. All right? You know, we got our eyes on the prize, man. You know? So the Lord's calling on us to think like gods and let go of this world, man. All right? Let go of these people, these so-called loved ones. As the scripture said, the Lord said, let the dead bury their dead, man. We may have an affinity for these people, we may love these people, but that's even more incentive to do this work, man. All right, because although we know that these people, they're not gonna make it, man, they're gonna die on this side, we still have the ultimate love for our people because we want to see them in their right mind, man. We want to see them, call Layim Layab Bashir Shot 144. We want to see our people in their right mind. All right, we want to see our people healed, man. We want our nation to be healed, man. Of course, we want the judgment of the Lord to come down, right? We want the wicked to be destroyed. We want the righteous to be saved. We, as it says, Second Ezra, I believe it says, it was accepted of them the punishment of the wicked and the salvation of the righteous. So, hey, we cool with all this. This is all acceptable to us. But at the same time, yeah, it is gonna hurt, to lose these loved ones. Maybe your mother, your children. You're gonna feel that. But at the same time, we have the Comforter, which is His knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And what the Lord said, my joy no man taketh from you. When the Lord returns, all tears are gonna be wiped away, man. And nobody's gonna be able to take our joy from us. Nobody, man. Nobody's gonna be able to take our joy from us in that day, man. We're gonna see our loved ones are gonna start coming back as babies and shit, smiling all happy and shit, man. And because you got niggas like IURC, right? These motherfuckers will tell you, here it is. They'll tell a woman, here it is, she just lost her husband. Yeah, he wasn't in the truth, he might be in hell. Yeah, he probably in hell, That's not comforter. That's not the Comforter, man. That's not how we comfort our people, because, that's a very comfortable thing, man. People wonder about their loved ones, when they die, according to the Bible. So when we go into these scriptures and we tell our people that, no, your loved one is at peace and they're going to be back in the kingdom, man. They're going to enjoy the kingdom. That's comfort. But you telling a motherfucker your child that wasn't in the truth, or your wife or your husband that died that wasn't in the truth, they gonna burn in hell. They probably burning in hell. How is that the Comforter, man? Where's the comfort in that, man? And then not only they go in hell, but they have to be there for an eternity, right? Here it is. They were 15 years old. 15 years of sin warranted an eternity. No, that's why we teach here the truth about the Bible, about reincarnation, man. How you come back, or how when the kingdom comes, man, or how when you die, when you die, you're at peace, man. You're at rest, man. We go into these scriptures and break it down to give you the Comforter, man. All right, but these people, they want to take that comfort away from you, man. All right, they don't want you to have that peace of mind, man. That's why Yahweh Shah said about those wicked scribes and Pharisees. He says they lay heavy burdens on men, man, that they will not lift with one of their fingers, man. These people are adding to your yoke, man. Telling you can only have one wife. Oh, you got to stick to the nigga woman. You know what I'm saying? You got to buy garments from me. These what it says, that fear of the Lord is taught by the precepts of men, man. All right. So these precepts of men, they're taking away the comfort and the joy from the people, man. So that's why we mark them that cause division, man. All right. That's why we mark them that cause division, man. And we let you know, like, no, this is the, stay away from these motherfuckers, man. Avoid them. Avoid these false prophets, man. Here it is. You've been getting your ass whooped by Esau, Edom, your whole fucking life, and a bunch of other lifetimes. Now you got some niggas telling you that this nigga gonna be in the kingdom right next to you, bro. He ain't even finna pay for what the fuck he did to you, man. Where's the comfort in that, man? All right? Where's the comfort in that? You know? Well, the answer is there is no comfort in that, man. You know? See, the Bible talks about revenge on the adversaries, revenge on the heathen, man. These motherfuckers raped your damn great-great-grandmother, man. They done did all this shit, and now they finna just be in the kingdom with us. Meanwhile, you got niggas saying that 2/3 is going to hell. All right, 2/3 is going to hell, and we can't even have our fun with the heathen. You got fucking IUIC teaching that all the heathen gonna get destroyed. We ain't gonna get to have no fun with them, man. All them motherfucking, excuse my French, all them big booty ass Elamite bitches and fucking white women and goddamn Arab women and, you know what I'm saying, Ethiopian women. You not finna have fun with that? They had fun with your woman, but you're not gonna be able to do shit in the kingdom. They ain't gonna even be. Listen, man, listening to all this bullshit will take away your comfort, man. All right? But here at Great Millstone, we're gonna tell you the truth, man. There is no hell, okay? Nobody dies and goes to hell. This is hell right now. What the fuck the Lord look like sending you to burn after this? That's like that's like refried beans, man. Salaki for the human, man. But that's like refried beans, man. You already been cooked. I'm finna cook your ass some more. Alright? I'm finna overcook you this time, man. There's no comfort in that, man. Alright? But that's why Yahweh Shemi Shah has the real prophets out here to give you that comfort, man, to give you that true comfort, man. Alright? That these guys are not giving you, man. The scripture says, wherever you found the dead, bury them, man. How do we bury you? How do we lay you to rest spiritually, man? All right, by giving you the comfort, by giving you the true doctrine, man. Letting you know, hell no, you finna have your fun with these heathen, man. Just like they had fun with you, just like the Arab is fucking Keisha in the goddamn back of the liquor store. Okay, we finna have fun with they fucking women, man. We not fucking with you, man. Even as a man, you should not want, to hear no shit like that. Nigga, we want revenge, man. Yahweh Shemi Shai finna give us that. The fuck is you talking about, man? And when the Lord comes, man, ain't nobody gonna take our joy from us, man. We finna have dominion over this earth, man. And what man don't want that, man? See, the Lord's raising up real men, man. Real men, real warriors, man. All right, and we want revenge on our enemies, man. We want that payback, man. All right, just like that song, "The Big Payback." If you don't want that, and you don't want revenge, I remember talking to my son the other day, man. I said, son, do I look like the type of motherfucker? If somebody killed my father, I wouldn't want revenge. I wouldn't fucking go to the ends of the earth. I said, do I strike you as that kind of person? And the scriptures talk about having sons, man. It says the Lord have raised up it says he have left an avenger. If your father died, he would avenge him. So we're coming in that stead, man, of the sons of Yahweh Shemi Shai. We want revenge, man. We want revenge on niggas for lying on his name, because you niggas are shaming his name too, man. In your deeds and in your conversation, man. All right? Your lives are an offense to us, man. You need to be put in the ground, bro. But we finna get and inherit all things through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Shai. That's what the Lord promised us. And all these false prophets, man, we finna get the heathen woman on this side and the next, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, man? But no, I just want to do a little spiritual rant, man. Because this truth is a true comforter, man. Because our people don't have no comfort, man. They steady, as scripture says, they've gone from mountain to hill. None of these politicians don't give a fuck about you. The scripture says, who shall bemoan thee? Who shall go about to ask how thou doest? Nobody give a fuck about a nigga, man. All right? Yeah, your own shepherds pity you not, man. That's a little spiritual rant I wanted to do. I hope it was edifying. With that, I'd like to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Kwame Yasharal, and the Baba Ball.